us. Um, I don't know why it is that it all came out on one stream when I was trying to do separate ones, but I decided I just couldn't possibly carry enough. It's not worth it. So I'm still going to do like 5 at a time. I'm still going to try and turn it off and on, but I don't know. So I am going to my songs, and I'm going to share with you these 5. A Brief Attraction. Sorry. I think it's called Epic Journey, right? I haven't done that song in a while, apparently. The thing with that song, I'll still do it right now, but it has an interesting relationship with the music that I made. And I don't know how that'll work. Like, you know, Honey Joy, Intertwined, and La Ti Da. So I really wanted the fan on because I'm cold, but I'm hot, but it really interferes with what I'm trying to do, so I'm going to deal with it. All right. That goes down. And we're going to find A Brief Attraction. So this is basically a song about a couple where he breaks up with her because he has a secret he doesn't think that she'll understand. It was a brief attraction, as he really liked the way she dressed. He said it's over the same morning that he finally confessed. She went to his flat and collected all her clothes in paper bags. Many of the bras and panties were still sporting the proper tags. Some boy shorts were missing. She peered deep in the closet and found Jim just acting suspiciously weird deep in the closet around him. He just turned his back and Maria saw a crack. He had a C-string. She took her jaw off the floor, looked for more, saw his G-string. Jim was a well-established GQ square. Nothing to suggest the girly underwear. You'd look better in some nice French cut, she giggled. She caught his eye. Maria took his chin. He turned red, dove for the bed. He was shy. She had some spare hipsters to donate, also a slightly used thong. She didn't know the right thing to say, so she was awkwardly wrong. Would you leave me a pair of boy shorts? He asked her in his quiet way. And she rolled her eyes, but she knew how hard that was for him to say. She looked in every paper bag till she found the garment requested. She didn't want to go. She wanted to play, as all this suggested. Jim was a well-established GQ square. Nothing to suggest the girly underwear. He'd asked her to leave because he didn't believe she would understand. Now that she did, he was glad he had hid. He was hers to command. His secret was out, and so was he, never hiding anymore. She felt more content to a large extent than she had done before. Jim was a well-established GQ square. Nothing to suggest the girly underwear. Jim was a well-established GQ square. Nothing to suggest the girly underwear. Jim was a well-established GQ square. Nothing to suggest the girly underwear. A brief attraction. Now, an epic journey. So unlike most songs, this starts lyrically, and the first line or two is without music at all, and then each instrument comes in one after another. And it peaks with everything happening, and then in the order that they came in, the instruments leave, leaving the voice at the end. So that's what you can't hear a cappella. People from a city undertook an epic journey. It was a prophecy, la 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 lee. When their feet bled from walking miles without shoes, it was old news, la 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 lee. They had heard it all before, they knew the ancient lore, they could not refuse, la 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 lee. They knew without a hesitation, time to end the proclamation. The oligarchy likes its recreation away from all the rest. Like eagles pick the highest place to build their airy nest. People from a city undertook an epic journey. It was a scary situation, la 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 lee. When their shoulders sunk under cruel and heavy loads over rough and muddy roads, la 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 lee. They had heard it all before, they knew the ancient lore, they could not refuse, la 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 lee. All the people knew without a consecration, the time would never come to stop the predation. The oligarchy likes its recreation. They climb the rest. Like roaches, they will never die. They are a primal pest. La 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 lee. People from a city underfoot and needing pity. No one still alive knew how to end this quickly. Chains cut deep into people's bodies. Their screams went unrepented. They had no clue. No way to dismantle the few. They couldn't get it together. La 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 lee. All the people knew they needed celebration. Too much suffering will end. The veil of let's pretend. With cracks in our foundation, we must soon rebuild. No one has the stomach for creation. Everything's been stilled. The oligarchy likes its recreation. They ignore unrest. When will people see? When will people really be? Who will pass the final test? I have a plan to make it me. Who will pass the final test? I think only those who are free. That's called Epic Journey. Next, I'm going to sing Honey Joy. See if you can figure out what it's about. My honey joy is waiting for me at home, and so keeps me from feeling too alone. You learn to count on a regular thing. If you don't watch out, you get a routine. My honey joy gets attention every day, needs appreciation and stabs away. Every love has a cycle of ecstasies and lows. If you enjoy the highest high, you must endure all those. What stops you from floating away? What stops you from floating when floating feels so wonderful? What stops you? What stops you from ever floating forever? The hard, cold hand of reality when it slaps you in the face, telling you that what once was sweet has become a waste. Honey Joy was waiting like a black widow in her lamb, and kept me from wanting anything much. You learn to count on a regular thing. If you don't watch out, you get a routine. My honey joy took the measure of this fella every day. Got appreciation from while I ebbed away. And honey joy is still around to make another rainbow gray. My honey joy. So let me know in the comments if you think you have an idea of what I was talking about there. Next is a sweet love song. The music that goes with it is kind of different. They kind of don't go together, but then they do. But you're going to get my melody and my vocals, that's all, for this round. Intertwined. when you and I became so intertwined. You did things to my mind. I'm flying in over my head. Sometimes I'm crying. I'm so in love with you. In my years without romance, I never got to dance. Now I'll get my chance. In those days without a heart, I simply fell apart. I never got to start. Then you and we became so intertwined. You really blew my mind. You are a precious find. In my past without a face, I felt so lonely, out of place. I could have died without a trace. Then you and I became so intertwined. You really blew my mind. You did things to my mind. I call that intertwined. Oh, and I didn't show you, but yeah. That was the first song I wrote where I took myself really seriously. That's real. That's a real song. I'm a real songwriter. Gotta have one, you know? And I thought this was kind of a cute thing. I'll tell you, it did not get a good reception when I sang it, but I don't know. Maybe it sucks. Maybe it needs music. Maybe I was off that night. That's the thing. You can't judge based on one factor. So this is called La Ti Da. This was a response to dating, basically. You say I'm not your type. La Ti Da. I can't be your wife. La Ti Da. My body isn't right. My fashion isn't bright. La di da, la di da, la di da. You don't like my politics. La ti da. My sense of humor makes you sick. La ti da. My laughter seems to hurt your head. You say I hug the sheets in bed. La ti da, la ti da, la ti da. La ti da, la ti da. La ti da, la ti da, la ti da. La ti da, la ti da, la ti da. You don't listen when I'm talking. La ti da. But you notice when I'm walking. La ti da. You say you like me, but you don't want to see me. La ti da, la ti da, la ti da. You say I'm not your type. La ti da. I can't be your wife, la-ti-da. The body isn't right, the fashion isn't bright. So la-ti-da, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. La-ti-da, la-ti-da. La-ti-da, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. La-ti-da, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. I don't cook like mama did. La-ti-da. I act like a little kid. La-ti-da. The personality ain't pleasing. I don't care about your reason. La-ti-da, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. You say I'm not your type. La-ti-da. And I can't be your wife. La-ti-da. The body isn't right. My fashion isn't bright. La-ti-da, 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 la-ti-da. Yeah. Like, oh, that's just much. Maybe just much. I'm finding that for the most part, songs that go more than a page, too much. So, bye-bye to you. And this might be one long stream, but I'm trying to do my thing here, cut it short. Karvaly. Can't say my own name. Keep speaking in a funny Gomer Pyle accent. But it has nothing to do with any substances I may or may not take at all ever. So, Karvaly out. But I'll be right back. And what do you know? I am back with 5 more songs for you. Still with the strangeness. I'm in the mood. Okay, I have the wrong list. Well, why? Oh. All right. So you are next going to be treated with It Was a Monkey Year. Or no, it's called The Year of the Monkey. No Colors in July. That name probably has to change. Perma War, name has to change. Sweet Summer has another word in it, I don't remember. And Thirsty Girl. It's ridiculous. I need to be working these more often because I'm like forgetting stuff. The Year of the Monkey. I don't think it's appreciated, to be honest with you, but that's okay. It's all right. I woke up. I dreamed it. I dreamed the whole thing. Not the whole. There were a couple of pieces I didn't, but just overall, I dreamed it. I had to do a little research. It turned out it was about Tarzan, which I didn't even know when it started. Don't ask. The Year of the Monkey. I am not going to do that. I did that and altered it in the electronic version. You can find it if you look. If you know my older channels. Anybody asks me in the comments, I'll tell. Jane met John and it was low key. They met in the year of the monkey, 1920. Those two were meant to be evidently. They hung around close to the ground, finally went up in his tree. Jane met John and it was funky. They met in the year of the monkey. She met him in a monkey year. John Clayton Gray was doing okay. Wild things came to his rescue. The wisdom they gave him, almost enough to save him, left him blue. Jane was never mundane. Through his pain he grew and grew. Most of the things he had feared came true. He was a swinger, dreams to be a singer in a jazz review. She met him in a monkey year. Jane was a flapper, but she was a closet intellectual. She was engaged to a man who was highly ineffectual. Jane was never mundane. She went on an ocean voyage. The shipwreck killed her fiancé. Jane met John and he was plenty. They met in the year of the monkey. She met him in a monkey year. She got dedication before giving in to all temptation. In the hard-head and arms, setting off his alarms. Jane was not mundane. Jane was never mundane. He cleaned up nicely, everybody liked him. John looked so sincere. She preferred to call him Tarzan. She met him in a monkey year. She met him in a monkey year. They made a cute pair, the savage man and the lady professor. He had his way with her, and you could say he fairly possessed her. Jane was never mundane. He was smitten by her charms, and she felt protected in his arms. He looked at her and smiled. She giggled like a child. He undressed her. She met him in a monkey year. She moved into his tree and learned to love his feral attitudes. She learned a new way to see the world and matched him for gratitudes. Jane was never mundane. Tarzan was monkey man. See, he took Jane by her hair and ran, swinging from the rubber band vines. Jane held on as hard as she can. Tarzan lost his underwear. Then the jungle man said, "Me no care." Jane gave him a spare pair of underwear, a little worse for wear. Jane was never mundane. She had fun swinging on vines through the air. Boy, was their child. Their love was truly wild. It's a jungle out there. Boy swung by the seat of his pants, hoped they wouldn't tear. That's not fair. The best jungle sound of all, Tarzan the caller extraordinaire. She met him in a monkey year. She met him in a monkey year. Jane was never mundane, truly wild. Jane was never mundane. She's truly wild. He'd been one with his world, at peace and unfurled, till he met Jane. Into hard head and arms, setting off his alarms. She was not mundane. She met him in a monkey year. She got dedication before giving in to all temptation. Into heart, head, and arms, setting off his alarms. Jane was not mundane. Jane was never mundane. He cleaned up nicely, everybody liked him. John looked so sincere. She preferred to call him Tarzan. She met him in a monkey year. She met him in a monkey year. When Jane left, it was like his last, who swung off to be in his past. He went back to wild, cried like a child, still and forever outcast. Then he remembered his name, mustered his game, went to get his Jane. Into heart, head, and arms, setting off his alarms. She was not mundane. Jane was never mundane. She got dedication before giving in to all temptation. Into heart, head, and arms, setting off his alarms. She was not mundane. Jane was never mundane. He cleaned up nicely, everybody liked him. John looked so sincere. She preferred to call him Tarzan. She met him in a monkey year. Jane was never mundane. She met him in a monkey year. Jane was never mundane. She met him in a monkey year. Jane was never mundane. She met him in a monkey year. That's one of the silliest things I've ever written. Bye-bye. So what do I have for you next? No colors. I just definitely have to rename that. Oh, no colors in July just doesn't mean anything, I think, is the problem. I think that it should be called It's Never Too Late. It's never too late. And then it's never too late. Okay. Oh, sorry. And it's probably annoying when you can't see what's going on. No one is racism free in our racist society. That's not quite it. I have to listen to it again, but they can be. It gets inside like a pesticide, leads to genocide. People feel they have to take sides. Mental suicides, killers are not our guides. No one is racism free in our racist society. America in 2016, it was mid-July. No one believes there's a pie in our sky. Now is the time we have to try. It's a racist society, it's a racist economy, leads to more racism naturally. You can't hide from this hate. This permeates your personal fate. Don't give up, it's never too late. No one is racism free in our racist society. If you're not a soldier in this war for our souls, if you're not a freedom fighter with some lofty goals, if you think you'll be unscathed, if you think you'll be unfazed, we are all connected, even with the chronically rejected. We still breathe what the dinosaurs farted. In hundreds of years, people will know what we started. No one is racism free in our racist society. Some things don't matter, it's just taste. Senseless killings shatter, what a waste. Our civilizations fall from grace before we even find our place in peace. Imagine there's no colors. It's easy if you try. No reason to hate each other. No reason to make them die. Imagine all the children having future dreams. Yours too. No one is racism free in our racist society. So that is now called It's Never Too Late. I have to say, I sang that in an incredibly sloppy way. I think because I'm not sure what voice I want. I'm just not sure. There's a sweetness to it and there's a gruffness to it, and I just haven't quite decided what to do with it. This next one right now is called Perma War. I like the word but in the song, but I don't like it as a title. So I have to retitle it. If I could think of something, read something quickly. I think we're going to call this Come to the Bay. Because it's kind of, part of it is a little bit of a play on, if you're coming to San Francisco, wear some flowers in your hair. Come to the bay. And then down here. Oh, so again, here I'm doing this when you can't see it. So talking about what I'm doing basically isn't going to help you. But there's the song. I hear arguments for parents staying with their citizen kid. Others want to hurry up and kick them all out for what they did. Didn't want Jews fleeing from Hitler. We responded too late. How do you look into the eyes of a child to preach a message of hate? I see people who spray angry saliva on their listeners and their frenzied zeal for sharing how to create more prisoners. Obsession with hatred becomes a very unattractive trait. How do you look into the eyes of a child to preach a message of hate? Why build a wall and mortar when you have one in your mind? Come to San Francisco in this modern day. Come to the bay. Can't expect gentle people to still be on the scene. They went green. They left to avoid the perma war they ignited. They incited. As it focused on people trapped by silent scream. They miss their dream. If it's anti-feminism to try to protect women, I'm guessing that it's worse to disrespect women. And enabling to feed and house the poor. Like take the most able to get in on the ground floor. I don't know what neo-barons expect us to do. Cool. They don't make bootstraps for pulling up anymore. Too many are stuck on the bottom of some fat old rich white guy's expensive shoe. Caught between that shoe and a hard place. Nowhere to go and nothing to do. Cultural perma-war shaped a generation. Neo-barons without good intentions taught the kids to process information. Now these workers wait for clarification of their new and not improved situation. Darwin would not at our civilization. The homeless swept with the Super Bowl broom brought to our city by a technical boom that enriches the economy benefiting so few, changing the landscape into something new that doesn't help the huddled masses at all, stacking up behind Trump's metaphorical wall. As the dirty money soldiers heed the much prophesied call to root out all the dissidents like any other fall. It takes a nasty president to drop the bomb and drop the ball. Too many are stuck on the bottom of some fat old rich white guy's expensive shoe. Caught between that shoe and a hard place. Nowhere to go and nothing to do. Takes a nasty president to drop the bomb and drop the ball. It takes a nasty president to drop the bomb and drop the ball. It takes a nasty president to drop the bomb and drop the ball. It takes a nasty president to drop the bomb and drop the ball. 3 guesses who inspired that ditty. Okay. This next one is a lullaby I wrote. I don't know if it stands or not. I haven't looked at it in a while. But the melody is so pretty. And that's another thing, doing it a cappella. I don't know if I'll capture it. But I'm going to try it at first, and if it doesn't work, I'll stop. Come on. So, Sweet Summer Night. Oh, whoops, I got the wrong version. I wrote a hip-hop version of it. But it has extra words, and I never really got into it. It didn't work. It's a sweet summer night. I'm by the window with a light, fresh breeze caressing my cheek. You are asleep there, my baby, waiting for me to come to bed. It's a sweet summer night. I'm thinking of you. I can hear you breathe. Your head is on my pillow. I lay down on your side instead. It's a sweet summer night. I cannot sleep tonight. I touch your shoulder. Excuse me. I touch your shoulder. You smile for me with love. You are asleep there, my baby. I'm going to stop because I'm not really getting all the melody pieces. They're not sounding right. And I'm going to have to play them on the keyboard again to remind myself. Because the melody is really pretty and I don't want to botch it. And I am. Like, it's a sweet summer night I have. It's a sweet summer night. I'm by the window. That's pretty right. And then the couple of lines I'm missing. And it's the same few over and over, so once I get them, I'll have them. Someone actually asked me to write him a lullaby. It was sweet. And at that moment, I had a crush, so it was very tender. And the last one of this set is Thirsty Girl. And as we get further into these, I've done them less and less in recent times, and so they're rusty. Here's how Thirsty Girl goes. She has too much leisure time and not enough money. She like to work more, but her boss thinks that's funny. She's not really a working girl. She has no energy for daytime hues. She's also not a fancy girl. She doesn't know which fork to use. She's just a regular girly girl, waiting for a man to recognize her. Planning for this her whole short life. Won't be complete until she's somebody's wife. She'll be a rule maker and a fun time taker. She will prove to be a nasty little faker. She's not much of a workout girl. She might call herself lazy. She's also not a party girl. Most drugs make her kind of crazy. She's just a regular working girl. No. She's just a regular girly girl, waiting for a man to recognize her. Planning for this her whole short life. Won't be complete until she's somebody's wife. She's a leisure girl with supervised several maids. She's a hungry girl. She'll stick around until she's paid. She's a watchful girl, knows what motivates you. She is a sexy girl who knows what to do to captivate you. She's just a regular girly girl, waiting for a man to subsidize her. Society says she's doing the right thing. Hold out for a man who'll give her everything. But I can't be that man. Thirsty girl. And now I'm going to stop streaming for a moment. Karvaly out.